Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Off Air with Casey and Kristen. I'm Kristen, he's Casey. I had to think about that for a minute.
You had like, who am I?
I had a moment where
Very
I was
philosophical.
like, which person am I? Anyways, I'm Kristen, he's Casey, and thank you to Food City for sponsoring this awesome podcast.
This will be our final podcast, final off-air episode of 2025. Woo! I know the year almost over, so we're going to go out with one final podcast here. I believe the last time we did one, it was, I think, right before it was like parade season. So, you and I both marched in the Bristol parade a couple weeks ago. Had pretty good weather that night. I mean, it was chilly, wasn't overly cold, but that we had a lot of fun, saw a lot of people. You do a great job. You go out, you buy a lot of candy and to give away. So that's really cool. Then not just for that. I mean, there are also people from our station who went to, Johnson City, the Kingsport, Elizabethan parades as well, just to name a few. So parade season is officially in the books.
It is officially in the books. I do enjoy it though. It's always fun to go out and see everyone, say hello. You're right. And it wasn't as cold as last year. Last year was so cold. I remember like giving the candy to the kids. I was like, oh, but this year was much warmer. So
last year I drove in the Bristol one. I took one for the team, but this year Teresa Carter drove. So I was walking along with you, and we didn't get till about, and we were towards the front, thankfully. Like WCYB, I think this is the closest to the front we've ever been since I've done it. And I feel like when we got to about the Paramount, my hands and toes are starting to feel a little. I was like, okay, I'm about ready to get inside here. But I mean, the people that. And we were moving, I give a total credit to the people that are there to watch. I mean, they're just standing or sitting in one spot and that thing goes on for about an hour and a half. Yeah,
it's a long time. And the poor little kids with their little red noses. But I will say there was one person in the route. They brought their own, like one of those metal like heaters, like, the giant ones that you see at like restaurants and stuff. They had brought one. I was like, you guys are smart. And like even walking by it, you could feel the heat and everyone was like crowded around them.
It's amazing we both did it, but then you're what you just described. I mean, I never saw that, it's like, cause
right.
There's people on both sides of you. You're looking one way. I mean, I look a different way or in one section, and there's things like that, you're telling me. And it's just funny how we both could do the same thing, but see totally different things.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure we saw completely different people, So I remember you said you saw somebody and they waved and I was like, oh, I didn't see them at all. Yeah. So crazy. I will say this is like one of my favorite times of the year because it's so pretty and there's so much going on, but also it has been kind of stressful. We've got a lot going on, during the Christmas season. Like there's holiday parties and Christmas presents for your family and then you're not in this yet, but you will. So get ready for it. But then your kid has holiday parties and at school and dress up days, the dreaded dress up days. Dun, dun, dun. So that we've had 2 weeks of dress up days. So it's like I have to remember to put my child in the right outfit and then bring snacks for the party and, get a teacher gift and all these things. So I just feel like it's been.
Sounds like you need a vacation.
I do need a vacation.
And you have a vacation.
I'm taking one.
Yes, we both are. That's why this is the last one of 2025. So this is kind of we're winding down, Kristen and I, for the year work-wise, but we both still have some days we have to work, but not together. This is actually will be the last day we're working together for 2025.
Right. Yeah. So enjoy it.
Yes. It's going to be a crushing launch. You're talking about parties. We had last week, we kind of had our station Christmas party. It was Christmas party / retirement party for Tony Venable. And he used to be in production, promotions, 47 years.
Crazy.
Retiring at the end of the month. So if you know Tony Venable, congratulations. Say congratulations. Yeah, well deserved. But 47 years he worked at WCYB. So that we had a really cool part. A lot of people that used to work here were invited back. So it was nice to, see people that hadn't seen in many years. And, I've been here for 15 years and there was very few people that I did not know, but there's a couple I'm like, I have no idea who these people are. And then there were people asking me and I could be like, oh, I know these people, but I don't know these people. So it was nice to have everybody back to celebrate Tony and Christmas. And then you and I both were also at the Bristol Motor Speedway, had their Christmas party earlier this week at Waltrip's, little media Christmas party. So we were over there at Waltrip's and had a nice afternoon with the people at BMS and other media members from around the Tri-States.
See what I'm saying? Very busy. We've had a lot of things. We went to the Speedway and Lights. We did a whole show from the Speedway and Lights. So we just have a ton going on. But I mean, I do love it. I love this time of year because of that, and it's fun. But just a lot. And just think about it. You know, Tony's been here 47 years. No. That means we've been doing this podcast for 2. That means we've got 45 more to go if we go with his, you know.
I mean, that's how Tony's been working at this station longer than you and I have been alive. And I mean, I'm 40 and I mean, you're behind me, but I mean, still like, it's crazy that, I mean, you add 7 years to my life and that's how long he's just worked here, let alone what he did before he started working here.
Tony, I'm sorry if you're watching this.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
If he does, though.
Maybe eventually.
Sorry about that. We didn't bring that up.
But that's okay. What's he going to do?
But, you know, that's going to be us one day. We're going to be old people on this podcast. And podcasts probably won't even be a thing. But we're like, you know. Everybody
was also kind of joking like, oh, we're going to get ready to have these retirement parties because, you know, Dave's going to retire in August. So get ready. There's going to be another one coming down the pike Dave's not anywhere near 47 years. I mean, as long as Dave's like, he's not even going to hit 40. I think he's going to leave just before 40. So imagine Dave staying on another 7 years. That's what he would have to do to get to what Tony did.
Dave, if you're watching, you can.
You can stay till 47.
We would love it.
Yes.
Because we will miss him otherwise. So.
You did touch on that we did a show at Bristol Motor Speedway. Mm-hmm. Kind of was a jump start to 2026, which will be the 70th anniversary of WCYB. Woo! It went on the air in August of, I guess that would be 1956. So we're going to be celebrating throughout the entire year, 70th anniversary. What we're going to do is at least once a month, we're going to go to a different town or city around the region and kind of celebrate that, what all they have to offer. And we're going to kick things off in January in Kingsport. So we'll have more details when we get back after the first of the year. Not everything is quite ironed out yet, but so we are going to be in Kingsport to celebrate, kind of kick off WCYB's 70th birthday beginning in January.
I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be very fun. I'm trying to push a segment called Coffee with Kristen. I've always wanted to do it. This might be my time where I go to each local place, try coffee shop. So that's my pitch. We'll see if they go for it. So you might see me drinking coffee on TV. That's what I've
more than she already does. Yeah.
More than I already do. There you go. But yeah, is there anything, you know, looking back on the year, anything that you're especially thankful for in 2025?
I can't really think of anything like that happened this year.
Giant moving.
Oh yeah, I guess the birth of our child.
Yay.
Yes. Old Gransky out there. This was a crazy, awesome, very busy year. I was actually talking to my family the other day when we were. My mom and brother are currently back visiting. They had moved down here, but they're back visiting some family in Pittsburgh before Christmas because they wouldn't be down here for actual Christmas. And I was talking to them. They were playing a game that we had played, most of us for the first time when we were on vacation back in the summertime at the beach. And I was like, I don't remember how to play that. I was like, I've had a busy time since then. I have a valid excuse not to remember, but it is crazy. I mean, he's coming up on 5 months. It'll be in the early part of January. So just to think about like what life was like prior to him being born in early August, it is crazy to think, how much life has changed for the better. But yes, 2025, moved into a new house, had a baby.
You did have a very busy year.
It was a busy year.
Yeah.
I thought 2024 was busy, getting married that year, but that was nothing compared to 2025.
Yeah. Who knows what 2026 will bring?
If it could be any busier, I'll be in.
Maybe take a year off and then 2027.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe you can do it all again. You could buy a house, have another baby. You never know.
Never know. I mean, of course, look at you. You're in the same house, just one child, so
you could be like me.
I could be like you too.
Just one house.
One in one house. Well, yeah. I mean, this is the first house you lived in, right? Where you're at currently.
Yes.
Yeah, that's your first. And
yeah,
me too. This is the first house. But I guess we'll see what happens. So exciting. I guess the other thing, touch on from the last time, still really no updates on the search for Travis Turner.
No.
Actually, we're taping this podcast on Thursday, the 18th. Saturday will be 1 month since he had gone missing. So also talk about time fly, how much time has gone on in that. Really the last, I would say, like week, 10 days, there really has not been all the attention it was getting has kind of died off a little bit because there's not been as much happening. The football team, their season was over. I know there was a school board meeting for the first time that we went. Mara St. Marie went up there. She didn't get a lot from that. They kind of were supposed to have a public meeting or public session, meeting. But they did not. They said they're going to push that to January. So I think, over the holidays, this might kind of, barring them finding him, but it probably will come back in January because the Wise County public have not had a chance to kind of express their opinions, concerns to the school board, but that will be happening in early January.
Definitely be interesting. We'll definitely be following that.
We haven't forgot about it just because we're not going to just talk about it on the news unless there's an update to pass along. Right. So we certainly still inquire, but if they say there's nothing new to report, we're not going to go on and say there's nothing new to report. That's kind of understood. If we don't say anything new, there's nothing new to report.
If you're listening to this podcast, though, there will be, by the time this airs, my new cold case piece that you can check out.
This will be the second one you've done.
This is the second one of our series Unsolved. And
to tell people what that is, like, what do you...
So basically, it's a new true crime. We're trying to do podcasts. We're also trying to do YouTube and of course, online, our website. Something that I'm just interested in, just personally. I think that it's interesting to me. I watch a lot of Dateline in 2020, always have. So then I thought, it would be cool if we did it with some of the cases around here. So the first one we did in Bristol, Virginia, with a lady named Tammy Sawyer, who was shot on the Volunteer Parkway, or she was shot on Interstate 81. She was coming home from Volunteer Parkway, and it went really well. It helped generate a new lead, which was great.
And this happened back in the 90s, I believe, correct?
Yes. And this one that airs is also happened in the 90s. 1990, a former Dickinson County Sheriff's deputy went missing, and they've never found his body or what has happened to him. So I was able to talk with his niece, and then I also talked with the investigator in the case. So hopefully, you're always hoping that someone comes forward, someone sees something.
And I would imagine the challenge for you is that, obviously you were not here when any of this originally happened. And the people who maybe, whether it's family members, investigators, may not be, that was a long, long time ago. I'm sure there's people that you would love to talk to that maybe aren't no longer here.
And I think that's what's, and the investigator kind of talked to me about that. This last one, the longer that it goes on, 35 years for this one, and they've not had anything. And as the time goes on, people pass away and people leave. And so then you can't interview them anymore. Then you can't. So it's kind of like as the time goes by, it gets harder and harder. So I really hope that they, that's the hope.
But you bringing recognition to it again.
Yeah, you never know.
Set of fresh eyes, like you said, it already led to a tip on the first one you did, a new lead. So, that's awesome. And I know this is something that you've always talked about that, whether it's other things that happen out of here, you're always listening to those documentaries, podcasts. That's definitely something that she is very passionate about, and which is awesome because that's what is so awesome about just our world in general. There's different things that people are attracted to, attached to. Like me, like I have no interest in listening to like
a true crime documentary.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I'm listening to probably different sports podcasts or things where you're like, I could absolutely care less about that as well. So it is nice how, everybody's kind of has their own niche, and you definitely have that. So looking forward to seeing this one tonight for the first time.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll like it. And then maybe you'll want to watch stuff because you're like,
but it's like, I know so like, obviously I'm, just like you've always talked about, you want to be on Survivor. And I've only watched the very first year of Survivor. That's the only one I've ever watched. And I have no interest in, but if you ever made it on, I would watch the entire season again.
That is so nice.
If you make it on.
You'd have to watch maybe like the season before too. We could
Why?
You could watch it with me and we could like prep. You could help me prep for the game.
But you told me you're kind of like, you're running out of time, right?
I'm not running out of time. There's people that go on there that are like 60 years old. I feel like I'm running out of time because I will not be 60 years old on Survivor. Watch me actually do that. But no, I don't want to be, because it's just harder to win. I feel like when you're older.
But like people like, I
want to be in my prime. I'm in my prime. I'm ready.
But like you actually like have applied for this. It's not like you're just like, I want to do it and just like that's it. Just say it. Like you've actually gone on and tried to do what you can do. And
I have applied 3 or 4 times. Maybe I'll cut this and send it to Jeff and say, put me on Survivor. I've been prepping. And listen, I like prepare for Survivor. Like I've read books on interrogation. I just think of things. I do crosswords and stuff because I want to be able to do like the puzzles well. So I like practice like mind things in order to prepare myself for like, if I ever got on the show. And if I ever like actually like got a call back and they were like interested in me, I would start like not eating for days so I could get used to like not eating. And then like I would like go for a run or something. Like I'm going to train for this. I'm taking it seriously.
Come on, Survivor. If you're out there, how can you say no to this? Give her a chance. She wants to do it. I know a lot of people want to do it. Not one of them here. This one does.
Yeah, I'm mad at this last season. If you're a Survivor fan, this past season, there's like a former anchor reporter on there.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that they wouldn't pick me, but it's just like
that storyline's already been played.
That storyline's being played. It should have been me.
Yeah.
I should have been on there. So we'll see.
All right, well, let's wrap it up here. Again, everyone, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate. Have fun, be safe. If you're traveling, be safe. Have a little patience if you're traveling. Always this time of the year, whether it's on the road, in the air, enjoy time off of work. Hopefully, for those of you that get that opportunity, we're both going to do that. Enjoy some time with family, and then we will see you in 2026. Thank you to Food City for sponsoring Off Air for the entire year of 2025. We appreciate it. So thank you to Food City, and we will see you guys next year.